These are tough times. And individuals, I know you've been fearful, worried, troubled. Anxiety has gripped many people. Hopelessness and disparity has gripped many people. Millions of people right now are worried. They're worried endlessly. They're worried about the economy. They're worried about gas prices. They're worried about the state of the Union and the state of America. Too many people are encumbered with world concerns. Many people are sick and they're dealing with illnesses due to no fault of their own in some instances. Some of them are probably work related illnesses, and others you've been in the military services and you've sustained injuries. Well, this morning, I'm here for one reason, to give you a message of hope and encouragement. This too shall pass. I mean that from the depths of my heart. This too shall pass. What we are experiencing in this world isn't the first time that we've seen narcissists who want to control everything, everyone, and everybody, who want to be worshiped, idolized, and adored. There have been individuals who have come to the world and they were dictators and they were ominous toward those who helped to put them in power. And many times individuals have suffered unnecessarily at the hands of politicians. But there's something that you must know within your heart and within your soul. I remember reading a book one time by the late Dr. Robert H. Schuller, and it was entitled Tough Times um, Don't Last, but Tough Minded People Do. And as I was reading that book offered me a sense of hope and encouragement during a period of time in my life. I was going through some severe trials and tests. And I want you to know today that you are not alone in your struggles. You're not alone when you're dealing with heartache and disparity. You're not alone when loved ones have transitioned into eternity. You are not alone when you're dealing with unemployment and you're facing all types of problems. And it seems like when you're by yourself that nobody understands what you're dealing with. I do. And I'm going to be real with you while I'm talking here. I know what hunger is. I know what homelessness is. I know what lack and want and disparity is. I know what it is to have friends, so-called friends in your life, and you're betrayed by them. I know what it's like to help people out in times of need and you're left holding the bag or left with the debt and you have to pay it yourself. But if you allow the news media to constantly inundate your mind with negativity, hopelessness, worry, fear, and disparity, you will begin to believe it. If you allow politicians to constantly lie to you and make you think that what they're saying is the truth when they're only concerned about their Christmas vacation. They've already left Washington, D.C., and they won't be back until the new year comes in. And what have they left undone? There's no health care solution because they don't have one. There's no help for the needy and the suffering and those who are dealing with all types of heartache and pain because they're concerned about going home for Christmas to their towns or the cities or wherever they reside. They're concerned about their fat paychecks and their bonuses and the dividends and the things that they have. And meanwhile, everyday people are scrambling. But I'm here to tell you that this too shall pass. What we're going through as a nation, oh, it's going to pass. What you may be dealing with as an individual on a personal level, it's going to pass. It might not seem like it. It might not feel like it. You know, you can't even go by your feelings because feelings can be tricky. You can feel good one moment and sad the next. That's why emotional people cause more damage than anybody else. Your emotions are not who you really are. It's a part of you, but it's not who you are. The real you and the real me, it is rooted and grounded in steadfastness. It's rooted and grounded in making decisions with sense. It's rooted and grounded with the foundation. For some of us, it's our spiritual life. For others, it may be motivation and inspiration. And for some, it's just hearing a word of hope and encouragement. Let them know that you know what, even though I'm on the other side of this camera, but I still live the way you all live. I deal with heartache and pain, ups and downs, sorrow. I deal with rejection, lack, and want. But the one thing that keeps me moving is that I know that I'm on this earth for a reason. And I know what that reason is. I've been given a voice by Almighty God, a voice to inspire, a voice to motivate, a voice to encourage men and women to let them know that you are not alone, to let you know that your suffering is not in vain, your heartache is not in vain, your despair is not in vain, the burdens that you carry many times it seems like you cannot get rid of them no matter how much you try. It seems like the more you pray, the worse things get. The more you trust people, the more they let you down. Might I tell you something? Don't put your faith and hope and trust in people. Don't put your faith and hope and trust in institutions. Don't put your faith and trust in politicians. Put it in God. Oh, yes, very plainly. Put it in God. Because the Almighty will never let you down. When you're right, He'll love you. When you're wrong, He'll love you. When you've lost your way, He'll show you back the path of rightness. And when you find yourself going through tough times and difficult circumstances and situations, do like I did. When I was wrongfully accused and unjustly convicted and sent to prison for 10 years, worry, fear, all these things gripped my mind because I'd never been in prison a day in my life. I'd never been tried or convicted of any crime, never had a criminal record until those who framed me caused me to have it. But somewhere along the line, in the midst of all that I was going through, I had to come to who I really was. And I found out that they had a library. And I went to that library. I read every motivational book and self help book I could find. And if they didn't have it, I got it through the inner loan library and had them bring it from other libraries. And I found a book called You Can Make It Happen. It was on a Tuesday. I'll never forget it. I was down in the library, and I it was the third shelf from the top. In the middle, I saw this book full of dust, and I pulled it out, and I dusted the book off. And the book was entitled "You Can Make It Happen." It was authored and written by Stedman Graham. You all know who Stedman Graham is. That's Oprah's boyfriend, Oprah's lifelong partner. And I read that book from cover to cover. I have a personal copy of it in my office right now. Sometimes I quote things from it on this program to let you know that you and I both are responsible for our actions. Just because the world is upside down and people are losing their minds doesn't mean that you have to. Just because the world is growing cold, let it grow cold. Doesn't mean I have to grow cold with it. But you must remain focused, remain determined. That's one reason why I'm in school studying to become a criminal defense attorney, so I can help those who need help, offer services for those who can't afford it, and represent those who are true victims of crime, represent those who have been falsely accused, and to deal with the others who may have committed crimes and let them know you have to accept responsibility and accountability for your actions. You just can't go through life blaming everything, everyone, and everybody, acting like you didn't say or do anything wrong. So as I was saying, so I read the book You Can Make It Happen, and I read so many other books, and then I became a jailhouse lawyer with the help of some friends of mine who were actual lawyers. And they sat me down one day and they looked me right in my eyes. They said, "You have a brilliant mind, Tyrone, but we're going to show you how to use it." And they taught me the fundamentals of law, and now it's on and popping, quote unquote. So what am I saying to you this morning? And I'm not going to make this a long, drawn out video. What I'm saying to you is this: don't you get caught up in the euphoria of depression and worry and disparity because of a holiday. Don't you go out there and get yourself in debt and buy gifts for ungrateful, unthankful people. Don't put yourself in a set of circumstances and situations where you're not handling your personal responsibilities. Individuals love to get free stuff. They love to get gifts and presents and stuff, but they won't do the same thing in kind to you. Oh yes, Hollywood will make all type of feel-good movies and pull out a lot of the old ones, and Lifetime channel, they'll make feel-good movies about the holiday and Christmas and blah blah yada yada yada. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, those are just movies. Those are actors and actresses who are playing a role. Don't deceive yourself within your own mind. Life will go on. You are not always going to be in the sort of circumstances that you're in, but you have to receive what I'm telling you. And you have to be able to see it in your mind. You have to be able to feel it in your spirit. You have to be able to look at the gifts, talents, and the abilities that the divine creator has endowed you with. And don't throw your gifts and talents and abilities away. You may have to get away from negative thinking, speaking, acting, do nothing people. You may even have to make some life changes and life choices in order to put you on the right path so that you can have a better life. You may even have to leave relationships that you thought were beneficial and productive to you. Let me hit you to something. If you're just arguing and cussing and fussing every other day, every other second, every other hour, every other minute, and you think that sexual activity is going to make up for everything, you're deluding yourself. No matter how good sexual intercourse may be in a relationship, if you're being abused, if you're a battering ram, if you're being taken advantage of, you are in the wrong relationship. Get your self-respect back. Get your joy back. Get your peace of mind back. Become centered on who you are. Find out where you made the wrong turn on the path and then correct it from within yourself. Do like I did. Do self-examination. When you self-examine yourself and get honest with yourself, introspectively wise, then you can begin to move forward. And I'm here to tell America today. I want America to know this, that this too, what we are experiencing in this nation, it shall pass. I said, it shall pass. All the corruption that you see, all the hatred and bitterness and racial division, all the ominous venom toward one group of people, oh, it's going to pass. All the individuals who are little dictators and think that they're going to control everybody's mind and actions and thoughts and the way we think and speak and act, it's going to pass. Even the political regime is going to change. You'll see during the midterm elections, and big change is coming, whether people believe it or not. America will continue to be innovative technologically. And for a lot of you're going to find your way spiritually. You're going to have an epiphany. You're going to awaken within yourself and realize that you can't do it by yourself. You can't do it alone. You tried it your way. You tried it on your own. You tried thinking that if I just go here, if I go there, and I run here and I run there, and I listen to this and I listen to that, you need to listen to the still small voice within. And it's going to help you when you do that. Institutions can't give you what you need. It comes from the inside of your heart and the inside of your mind. Realize that you're much greater than your problems. You are not your circumstances, and your circumstances are not you. You may be homeless right now, but it's going to pass. You may have an addictive behavior. If you want to be free from it, it will pass. You may be jobless, thinking, oh, it's Christmas time. Get that stuff out of your mind. You're going to get what you need. And might listen, get the job that you can get meantime while you're working on the one that you really desire and the one that you really want to have. When you do that, you put yourself in a position where you can live a better life, where you can do better for you and for your children. Many of my single mothers out there, I hope you come across this video because now I'm talking directly to you. It doesn't matter what people think about you and your children. Be the best mother that you can possibly be, ethically, morally, and spiritually. Set an example for your children. If that dude or dudes don't want to be bothered with you, then fine. Stop trying to tenaciously cling to somebody and love somebody who doesn't love you. Love yourself. I said love yourself. Talking to my single mothers out there now. Remember the foundation that you had when you were a child. Remember Big Mama and them who taught you right from wrong. And some of you even grew up in church. Remember the lessons that you learned. Get back on the right path. And when you get back on the right path, you'll be able to soar. You'll be able to grow. You'll be able to prosper. And I'm here to tell you once and for all, this too shall pass. Start believing in yourself and stop believing in everything, everyone, and everybody. Believe in you. Believe in the possibility of what you can do, be, and have. Believe in the possibility that your tomorrow will be greater than your yesterdays. But you got to know it. I was inmate number FZ7210. If you don't believe me, go to my channel, Breaking the Chains with Tyrone Bowman. My prison mugshot is there, and I want the whole world to see it. And I told them that prison number that you all gave to me, that you thought was going to be a curse and an albatross around my neck, I will take it and turn it into something positive and meaningful so that individuals, men and women from all walks of life, can have hope. All races, all creeds, all colors. See, it doesn't matter if folk don't like me, hate me, or despise me, because you can't get into my mind. Be strengthened. Be encouraged. You are not alone, but know this much. You can't do this by yourself. Stop having the gospel of I-ism, thinking that you are going to do it all alone. You cannot do it all alone. You need someone who's greater than you, someone who's more powerful than you, someone who's much wiser than you. The omnipotent, omniscient, omniscient one, omniscient one rather. You need help. I'm your brother in the struggle, for real. So, until tomorrow, never surrender, never quit. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.